Africa was once the cradle of humankind, but is now the world's poorest continent. Many of Africa's 1.3 billion people are still ruled by kings and queens the rest of the world knows little about. Some live in palaces surrounded by wealth and luxury, while others are poverty-stricken and inhabit mud huts. Yet all of them are influential leaders in African society. Alfred Weidinger is an Austrian photographer, art historian, and museum director who intends to create a comprehensive record of the lives and leadership of the African monarchs. For 5 years, Alfred Weidinger has created portraits of Africa's kings and chieftains, rulers on the boundary between traditional and modern life. Our journey takes us to the Dogon people of Mali and their leaders, the so-called Hogons. The Hogons were once the spiritual guides in the village communities, but their power is receding with the rise of Islam.
In 50 years, it will all be over. There'll be none of us left.
In Niger, nomad tribes and their nobles have congregated for centuries to celebrate the end of the rainy season over the course of 3 days. Mali. We begin our search for the last kings of the African continent in Bamako, the country's capital. Mali was once a rich country, but armed conflict and Islamic terror attacks have caused significant damage to the country. Despite the turmoil, it is said that Mali is still home to the secret kings of the village communities, the so-called Hogons. We plan to meet Malik Sidibé, an internationally renowned photographer. We hope that he will be able to show us where to find the Hogons. However, we are met by his son at his studio.
Merci.
So this is his camera collection.
Would you like to see one?
Okay.
So this is Malik Sidibé's studio.
Yes, this is his studio. Would you like to see some of his work?
Yes, please.
These are some of his negatives.
Oh, c'est beau.
Avec le changement climatique.
Magnifique.
Malik Sidibé is one of Africa's most important contemporary photographers and a master of portrait photography. He has been awarded the Golden Lion Award for Lifetime Achievement at Venice's Biennale Festival.
A photo has to touch your soul. I find that black and white film is the best medium for this. In my opinion, it reveals things that would get lost in color. That's how I hope to capture Africa's most important monarchs.
Ok, c'est bon. C'est bon.
Le noir et blanc.
We are invited to visit Malik Sidibé at home. 5 years ago, a serious illness forced him to give up photography.
Oh, this is difficult, yeah.
What is great today, we are here and you too.
Yes.
You see
Yeah.
this interest.
Yeah. Okay.
You know.
Merci. Merci.
Thanks.
Malik Sidibé has cancer. As we take our leave, it is clear that we are saying farewell to a dying man. His son suggests that we travel to northeastern Mali. He believes that we will find the last of the Hogons there. Shortly after we begin our journey, we receive word that we were the last visitors the world-renowned photographer received. He has died. Our travels to northeastern Mali take us through dangerous territory. Islamic terrorist attacks are common here. Our destination lies at the foot of the cliffs of Bandiagara, on the edge of the Sahel zone. The region is home to the Dogon people. It is said that they were once the servants of Mali's king. 800 years ago, they fled from the west in order to be free. The Dogon ethnic group now has a population of approximately 300,000. The people live in villages of up to 500 inhabitants.
Ah, Inogo.
Allô, comment va?
Comment allez-vous?
How are you?
Et ce voyage?
Good, thank you. How was your journey?
Merci, merci.
Où est une place?
I'm looking for a village with a Hogan. Is there one near here?
Hogons. Et ici? Et aussi un village de Hogons?
Several Hogons still live along the escarpment.
We discover that very few Hogons are left in the Dogon region. Ende, Nombori, Sanga, Ibi, Aru, and Yenduma. There are just a few villages left in which they can be found. We decide to try our luck in Yenduma. The village is about an hour's walk from our present location, at the northern end of the escarpment. The characteristic Dogon earth huts are several centuries old. They are nestled on small rock terraces and have been named UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Over thousands of years, rain has carved deep gorges into the rock. These serve to protect the Dogon people from slave traders and other enemies. Many of the old settlements are now abandoned, and the ancient clay huts stand as monuments to the past. The Hogons traditionally live secluded lives some distance from their villages. They are spiritual leaders, shamans, soothsayers, and judges. The council of the village elders determines who will become a Hogon. The position is granted for life. We encounter a guard who greets us in the old traditional way.
Is this the Hogan's palace?
Yes, this is the Hogan's house.
Is it possible to visit the Hogan?
No, that is impossible.
Why?
Because the Hogan has died.
He's dead.
Yes. One may not enter the house because a new Hogan has not been named yet. It is hard to find a Hogan because of the increasing influence of Islam. It takes time to find one.
Is this a Muslim village?
Yes, most of the inhabitants have converted to Islam.
Life in the earthen huts in the cliffs is difficult. Daily supplies like water and firewood have to be carried up to the village. In the last 40 years, more and more Dogon have left their traditional homes for an easier life on the Seno-Gondo plains. Dogon culture is changing dramatically. Many still practice the traditional religion, honoring the god Amma, who is said to have created the world. However, their faith is slowly being replaced by Islam, a religion considered more modern and attractive by younger generations. Our search for a Hogan takes us to the village of Entre, where we meet one of the 8 village elders. He confirms that there is a Hogan in the village, but we have to ask for an audience. If the Hogan agrees to receive us, it is customary to bring a gift. At the village market, we are told that cola nuts would be a suitable offering. The market offers everything from food such as corn on the cob to trousers, t-shirts, and magic potions. The village suffers a constant water shortage. Global warming is having a dramatic impact in areas which have always had to deal with high temperatures. The well has not yet run dry, but water levels are dangerously low, despite the recent rains. Soon, the people will have to dig a new well. While we wait for an answer from the Hogan, Alfred Weidinger takes some portrait photos.
The people have fantastic faces. Their entire lives are visible in their eyes. I wonder what I will see in the Hogan's eyes, if he allows me to take his photo.
Word has got around that we are hoping to be granted an audience with the Hogan. The whole village has heard about the white visitors. A sculptor approaches us. He is responsible for carving the figures used in Dogon rituals and wants to show us what he is working on. These Dogon cult items are known as fetishes and are said to protect people from bad luck. The sculptor is currently carving a very special fetish. It is for the royal family.
It is the Hogan's family. They are nobles and know a lot about Dogon culture. The Hogan passes the history on. As we have no written records, we prefer to carve our stories. To us, sculptures are written records.
Comme il n'y a pas l'écrit sur le Dogon, donc ils préfèrent sculpter l'écrit en sculpture.
As night falls, we're still waiting to discover whether we'll be permitted to meet the Hogan.
The people here are friendly, but I can sense distrust because I'm white. This is hardly surprising, given the continent's history. I'm frustrated because I have not yet been able to photograph a Hogan.
The next morning, the people of Entre are woken by the village crier. He brings good news. We have been invited to ascend to the Hogan's palace. This palace is a little closer to the village than the one in Yenduma, but the Hogan here still lives a solitary, lonely life. From a distance, we can hear the Hogan welcoming us. The fact that we are being received by the spiritual leader is a great honor, and we don't want to do anything wrong.
Wagaju belwa.